Yeah, the Geeks are here, and they've been working on their dance routines, so they're synchronized. Well, you were there for a minute.
Poorly. Very poorly.
Yeah, Ryan and Burt. You guys, I mentioned that the show's still going on. It was PAL this past weekend, but that's got to be a place where you guys want to go at some point,
It's
right?
totally on my bucket list.
Yeah.
The Consumer Electronics Show is where the technology industry thinks things are going. Probably half the things you see will never make it to market, but it's really a good forward-looking thing. I want to see it someday.
And you were mentioning that the cars are there. That's kind of a new addition to the show, right?
Well, that's what's amazing about the show. Electronics are in almost everything. So
right,
cars, refrigerators, why not have them there too?
We're going to talk about 3 items that we all think are pretty cool. The first one is called Belty. Is that right?
Belty. It's a smart belt. Now, one of the themes of CES is wearables.
Right,
and this was one of the things that captured that sort of novelty. And you can either say that it's brilliant, it's rethinking a centuries-old technology, or it's a sign of the decline of Western civilization. It is a motorized belt that can loosen or tighten based on your level of comfort.
And what you had for lunch.
And what you had for lunch. And you know, there's an app, so it tracks your movements and your steps. If it says you've been sitting too long, it'll vibrate.
So Sansa belt, which was a popular pant when I was a young man. Now this is kind of the different version where it expands and contracts. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
What? See, Nixie was another one. That
Nixie.
You guys
so, you know, Dan, next time you're climbing El Capitan,
right.
You're gonna want to have maybe a selfie of yourself. But you may not be able to hold like a selfie stick. So
because you're clinging for your life. Yeah.
So Nixie is actually a wearable that doubles as a drone that stays on your wrist, and then you can let it launch off your wrist, and basically what it does is it'll fly off for about 10 feet, and then take a picture of you and then fly back.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. So, I mean, what else is this? Can it follow you around? Can you let it fly?
Well, so it's really at an early prototype stage. So what they demonstrated at the CES was just sort of a mock-up of what they wanted to do. They actually demonstrated it flying off and coming back. But then the idea is that they wanted to actually be able to follow you. But in order for it to follow you, it has to recognize you, and it has to recognize obstructions along the way. So there's some advancements that need to be built in.
Yeah, I was just thinking of surfers or mountain bikers or something that would like to have a drone following them, taking some pictures.
And a lot of the current drone technology does have that follow me technology in it, but this one is really tiny.
This is something you want to talk about as a new type of drone, right?
Right. So we've talked a lot about drones, the quadcopters. A lot of people don't like the word drone, UAS or something like that. But this one uses the same motion that Mother Nature designed, which is the flapping of a wing.
The flapping bird.
Yep. So it's like Flappy Bird. So it's the Bionic Bird, and they're saying that it's because it uses this method, it's not threatening to animals. They say maybe your cat will love it. They're really going after that cat toy market, and that it can fool other birds. Now, provided it's not a predatory bird, it's a great thing to play with. Now, this was an Indiegogo campaign. This is the one product of the 3 we're talking about that you will actually be able to buy and get for about $120 US. But this one is just right now an app-controlled bird. Eventually, it'll hover and take pictures.
And it's called?
Bionic Bird.
Bionic Bird. Okay, 3 great ideas from the Consumer Electronics Show and from our good friends Burt and Ryan. What's on the show tonight on HPR?
Well, we're going to cover something called EPSCoR, which is the experimental program to stimulate competitive research. Now, that might sound a little complex, but what they really try to do is focus on some research with regard to the environment and how it affects our sort of tourism industry, because the environment here in Hawaii is really important to our tourism.
Absolutely. Okay, that's 5 o'clock.
That's
89.3 the Bytemarks Cafe. Thank you, Burt. Thank you, Ryan. Guys, always enjoyment to have you in the show. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with more Sunrise for your Thursday in just a couple of minutes. Cue the music. Cue the dance.
Flappy Bird. Flappy Bird. There we go. Yeah.